overwhelmed by your emotions? Have you felt that your emotions always get the better of you? Do you feel that you always let your emotions control your actions and your decisions? Hi, my name is Ratika Seth. I'm a life enhancement coach. I'm the founder of the Gratitude Concepts Tribe and the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. And in today's episode, we are going to discuss the transformative journey of mastering our emotions. So, what is emotional mastery? Well, simply put, it's the ability to respond rather than react. This guides our emotional state to serve us better. So, join me as we explore 5 essential steps to achieve this emotional mastery. Here I go. Number 1, respond rather than react. Whatever the situation may be, emotional mastery begins with the capacity to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. So, when a situation arises, take a moment to pause, take a deep breath, as they say. Think, assess the situation before you decide upon the action, before you decide to take any action for it, against it, whatever action that you're deciding, decide only after you've taken a moment to pause and assess the situation properly. Number 2, make a switch between the words expect and accept. Okay, and this goes for our relationships. Most of the times in our relationships, disappointment arises when our expectations are not met. We expect too much out of our relationships. The minute we, replace the word expectation with the word acceptance and we start accepting things as they are, our relationships, the way we communicate, the way we heal, the way we understand everything, our entire perspective begins to change. Firstly, when we've replaced expectation with acceptance, we are now, in acceptance of the situation. So we are taking the entire situation in a different perspective. We start listening to the other person as well. Instead of just being in our head and thinking, oh my god, my expectation has not been met, this is what I had expected out of this person, and this is how I feel I've been failed. No, we have replaced the word with acceptance. We've accepted the relationship as it is right now, and now we are also open to listening to the other person. And the minute we start, you know, being an active listener to the situation, we also start expressing our feelings clearly, because then it's a two-way communication happening between two people. So we stand to understand each other better. We seek to understand the other person's perspective better. Number 3, reframe negative emotions. Now, for all those who want to know about the reframing exercises, I have a separate podcast on the topic. Search for it and go and listen to it. What we need to do here for emotional mastery is that we need to manage negative emotions. We need to identify their source. We need to understand what is it that triggers us, where these feelings of negativity come from, and why do they allow us to be the way we are, and why do they impact us so much. Once we get answers to all these things, once we know the trigger, once we know the source, we can do our reframing exercises and get out of this negative thinking. This leads to greater emotional maturity and we stop reacting impulsively. Number 4, creating a new identity for ourselves, a warrior identity for ourselves. To get this emotional mastery, we need to let go of all bitterness and resentment by embracing our inner warrior. Okay, we need to know when to say no. We need to know, where to set the boundary. We need to let go of resentment. We need to practice forgiveness. We need to let go of bitterness and we need to move on. Number 5, we need to focus on our learning every time somebody hurts us or every time a situation hurts us, whether it's a person or a situation. Anything that hurts us always teaches us something. So when we are faced with hurt, we need to focus on what it is teaching us. And we also need to focus on the pattern. Is there a pattern? Is there a particular pattern that leads to this situation where we are hurt? Reflect on whatever this situation is, reflect on what it is teaching you and how you can grow from it. Remember, bringing about a change within ourselves is what helps us change our circumstances in the outer world. Our outer world cannot change till we change our inner self. So, mastering our emotions is a powerful journey that can actually transform our life by learning to respond rather than react, by improving our communication, by changing and switching the words expectation and acceptance, by processing negative emotions, by doing our reframing exercises, and by embracing our inner strength. We can achieve this emotional mastery where our emotions no longer control us, we control the emotions. Remember, focusing on all the lessons that situations teach us, we start growing personally on a personal level. We go through this life enhancement journey. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being there as a part of this Flight to Fulfillment podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, please leave a review, please share it with others who might benefit from it. And together, let's try to make a community of emotionally empowered individuals. This is Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off till my next podcast. See you soon. Bye bye.